Lee is one of an estimated 100 Blade Runner vigilantes, fighting back by sabotaging Ulez. Over the last 12 months, Lee says he has personally disabled more than 60 cameras himself, including 5 or 6, since the scheme was expanded. Since August 29, drivers whose vehicles don't meet minimum emission standards have been forced to pay £12.50 per day, or face fines of up to £180. In response, Blade Runners like Lee have chosen to retaliate. According to the Met, crimes relating to Ulez cameras rocketed by 77% in August, reaching 510 by August 31, with 159 cameras being stolen and 351 damaged. Crowdsourced data suggests that figure could be even higher, with 756 recorded cases of vandalism. Justifying his controversial direct action, Lee exclusively told GB News, "It is a war on working-class people, the poorest people, the ones who can't afford a compliant car. It's a tax on the poor." 3 of the cameras were literally outside my house. So that was a pretty simple day for me. The other 2 were just down the road. It's an ongoing battle. I've designed my own cutting device. Before it was probably taking me about a minute or 2. Now I can disable a camera within about 10 seconds. It's not just down to us as a group now. You're going to see a rise in it, vandalism, gradually over the next 2 to 3 weeks. A spokesperson for Transport for London is quick to point out the dangers to those who join the Blade Runners. Criminal damage to Ulez cameras puts the perpetrators at risk of prosecution and life-changing injuries, while simultaneously risking the safety of the public. To try to combat the Blade Runners, TfL has introduced defensive armor around the cameras, but Lee isn't deterred, saying, "There's always going to be a flaw in the design." The actions of Lee and other Blade Runners is taking a financial toll. Expanding Ulez has already cost TfL an estimated £160 million, and that number is set to grow as it is forced to keep making costly repairs. Lee believes he has the public's support despite the expense. "I think if you were to ask a taxpayer, what would they rather pay? Would they rather pay for someone like me to pull them, the cameras, down, or would they rather pay to put them up? I would imagine it'd probably win that." Lee is helped by an active online community that provides information about the whereabouts of London's 2,692 Ulez cameras. He uses that data to choose his next target. "I will normally go around on the groups to see posts or pictures that people have put up of cameras, particularly the new ones. If they've just been put up in certain areas near to where I live, I'll arrange a date as to when I will go out and I will deal with that camera on that specific evening." Despite his decision to risk imprisonment by engaging in direct action himself, Lee would rather Londoners find a political solution by ousting Mayor Khan in May 2024. "I've never encouraged people to do it, but I would encourage people to make sure that they vote at the next election. If you want a different result to the way you're living at the moment, that's what you've got to do.